What do I say? Good. We will be starting Bezat Hashem with Hashem's help every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, we will be learning from a new sefer. I was debating between Chovot HaLevavot, the duties of the heart, the Emuna, Shar Bitachon, the chapter of faith, or the Sfirot and the Self. It's a good book. I always hated the rabbis that give lectures, but they don't announce the book. Sometimes you like it and you want to buy it, but you can't buy it because you don't know which book they're reading from. So I'm gonna show the book. This is the book, Rabbi Isai. It's a very nice sefer. You can get it in Judaica. Yeah, pretty much that's it. This is a psychology book. It's what I mean by psychology, I'm going to explain to you. You want to learn how to read someone? You want to learn how to read someone? Or even better. Even better yet. You want to learn how to know who you really are and what you have to fix in yourself, and only you know that because you know yourself. This is a great book that's going to help you start. Why? Because it breaks down all the characteristics and the traits that you have personally to a level of you understanding. Now I'm going to explain to you. You see, it says in the Pasuk, in the Torah, Hashem created man B'Tselem Elokim, in the image of God. Now I said this before, but I have to just repeat it. What does that mean, Neria? Does God have an image?
Spiritual one.
Wrong.
Light.
Does God have an image?
No.
Ah, that's the answer. God doesn't have an image.
Image. He's everything. He's everywhere.
So if something is everything, does he have an image?
No.
Yes or no?
But isn't God
Let me explain it to you. Image meaning, when you say you have an image, you're bound to one thing. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
You're one identity. God is not one identity. God is every identity. You understood that?
So you're saying he's in your walkie-talkie?
He's in my walkie-talkie. If it wasn't for the fact that he was in my walkie-talkie wouldn't work. It's not that the battery is charging it, it's that God's inside the battery. That's why it's getting even charged in the first place.
Inside the walkie-talkie?
It's not a spirit, it's God. Because once you say spirit, you just limited God.
So if it breaks, then
If it breaks, that means there's no use to it, and that means God's not there anymore. That's why it broke.
It has an essence of God, but it's not God inside of it. It has an essence.
What does that mean?
I mean, it has
You just limited God
it
then.
has a piece of godliness.
So if God, what does that mean by peace? God is limited. A small piece and a big piece is the same thing. It's
God is
We're
limited in
no,
a
you're
certain
saying
way.
we're unlimited.
oh, Kofer Beika, you don't believe in Hashem.
No, I do. But God can't do anything wrong. God is perfect, so he can't do bad things.
If he wanted to, he could.
No, he can't.
Yes,
He's
he could.
perfect. He's not able to.
You
I think
understand?
that's
For you, which is not perfect, for him is perfect. You break your hand, God forbid, not you. Someone breaks his hand. Do we have any Moshes here?
Yes.
Do we have any Yosefs here?
No.
Yes.
Okay, Edward. Do we have an Edward?
Last year.
You're an Edward?
You said do we yes?
Do we have an Edward here?
No.
Why is that funny? Why is that funny? Why is that? Okay, shh.
I can't wait, ready, I can't wait.
Let's say we have an Edward, right? Right? And this Edward, he breaks his hand. Oh, why did God do this? And he's a barber, Isha. He's a barber. He can't work now for at least 2-3 months. God, you're the worst. I hate you. Ba ba ba. My wife's screaming. I'm home all day. I have to hear her voice. Ta 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 ta. A month into his hand being broke, we have a good business deal for you. You have to leave barber. You have to, I don't know, start doing stocks. Boof, he gets in the stock business. Wow, he's raking in the money now. Was the breaking hand good thing or bad?
Good.
Ah? Did he know it would end up like that?
No.
Yes or no?
Yeah, but he still would have gotten the call if he didn't release
But
it.
yeah, but he would not go with it because he would still be doing barbering. The fact that he was limited to his life at the moment, he said, you know what, I have to try something new because I can't be like a stink over here, like a doing nothing.
But in that case, that means I'm still right. God still can't do anything wrong.
God,
Because
there is no
it's still not
wrong.
wrong.
That's what I'm trying to prove to you. There is no wrong. Wrong doesn't exist. Wrong only exists to a limited mind, not to an unlimited. In essence, anything that happens is always good, or is always right. There's no good or wrong. There's always just right.
So that means that there's no such thing as wrong. Wrong is not.
There is no such thing as wrong. You're 100%
So
right.
wrong is basically useless word. It's not.
Wrong is only made for humans because you think you know what's right. In a reality, God determines and defines your life.
Wait, so if somebody passes away, that was a good thing?
It's time to go. It's time to go.
Okay, the Holocaust was a good thing?
Yeah.
It was a wake up.
I'm gonna give you an example. God forbid someone has to get an amputated. Does anyone know in a family that they need an amputation?
I mean, my dad.
No, that's not an amputation. That was an accident. Let's say someone needs an amputation. When someone has an amputation, they cut exactly where the problem is wrong, or they cut it a little bit higher.
More.
Why?
So like,
To
take it
prevent
out.
from
Chas v'shalom. God forbid. I'm not saying that the Holocaust is a good thing. But if God said, if it happened, God wanted it to happen. Oh, there were righteous people that died too. You're right. The same way how in an amputation, you need some good part of the skin to go out as well. Unfortunately, tzaddikim also had to die. You're right. It happened. It had to. First of all, let me tell you some history. Let me tell you some history. Everyone's screaming about the Holocaust. You know what the Spanish Inquisition was, Habibi? You know what history, the pogroms that they happened to the Jewish Jewry? Everyone's just talking about the Holocaust because it happened, the recent one. We've been executed for thousands of years. Thousands of years. If we wouldn't be executed all these years, we would have been bigger than China. Bigger in numbers. So before you say Holocaust, everything happened because God. Why did it have to happen to us?
No, why are we always in low percentage? How come we're
Because
always
God.
that 0.1 while everybody's at billion?
What's more valuable? I'm gonna ask you. What's more valuable, the rock you see in the street or a diamond?
A diamond.
Why?
it's rare.
Because it's
One of
hard. It's hard to find.
Rare.
It's hard to find. If the rock in the street was hard to find, that would be more valuable than the diamond. That's just a fact in life. So the next time you say God can't do anything bad, that's because there is no bad. Everything is just proper. Oh, you don't see it because you're limited. You know what's gonna happen when we die? We look at life. You see these bottles. You see these words here. If you put it to your face, do you see anything?
No.
You don't see. You can try to guess. You can see yourself. But suddenly you move it back. What do you see? Every single detail of the bottle. When we die, when we leave our body, our soul is getting closer to Hashem Yitbarach. And we suddenly realize why everything happened to us the way it did. Why I ended up in military school, and why I ended up here, and why I ended up in Ezra Academy, why I ended up in Lamanachai, why am I still in public school, why this, why that, why my parents got divorced, why this. The whole thing starts to become what? Because I wouldn't be able to be the man I am today if not of all those stuff didn't happen. If those stuff wouldn't happen, I wouldn't be able to be who I am today. And that's why God needed me to be exactly the way I am. I mean, God wanted my life to be exactly the way it is because He wanted me to be the exactly person that I am today. So again, when you say God can't, someone asked me, can God put Himself in a bottle, like in a limited spot? And the answer is, of course He can.
The spot's not limited for him though.
That's because it's limited for you and not for Him. That's what I'm trying to prove to you today.
So God is unlimited.
If He is the limited and the unlimited, because the unlimited is just limited to you and not to Him. That's what I'm trying to say. Did everyone you understand what I'm saying? It's very, very deep. It's a very deep philosophical concept. You just have to be very in depth, a very big thinker to understand what I'm saying.
Well, you're just trying to say that a cat cannot think like a human and a human can't think like a god.
Like God, not like a God, like God. We're not, Greek mythology. We're not learning here. I can teach it to you, but we're not learning it here.
But you're saying wrong is okay. It's in this realm, in this physical realm. That's where wrong.
No.
Exists.
In this physical realm, there is a right and there's a wrong.
Well, wrong exists.
Wrong exists in this realm.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say.
But your wrongdoing makes you a greater person. You understand what I just told you? It's an oxymoron.
So it's a right and a wrong. Yeah.
Do you understand what I told
Something
you?
that contradicts itself.
I'm going to explain to you again. A woman cheating on her husband. That's a wrong. That's forever be a wrong. There is no right in that. Is that agreed?
Yeah.
There is no right in that.
There is no.
Lead to
There is
something
no.
good.
It can lead to something good.
Yeah, because like everything happens for a good reason.
It's something that's not just right. It's great because you know who she is as a person. Instead of spending 30, 40 years of your life with a person that not you, but God forbid.
It's good in a man's point of view,
Yeah.
but in a girl's point of view, it's very wrong. So I'm telling you that in this realm, there is a thing of wrong and right. Why? Because God gave us something called Koach HaBechira, the power of freedom of choice. I have a freedom of choice to either smack you or not to smack you. It's my choice. Oh, the consequences we can talk about tomorrow. But it's my choice to do that initial step, no?
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. That's because we don't see godliness right in front of us. If we would see the realm of God in an open view, we would have no freedom of choice. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
That's
If
how
right,
that's how it's gonna be when Mashiach comes. Because there's gonna be no wrong.
that's why it says when Mashiach comes, the people that lived in the times before the Mashiach will cry. Why? What are they gonna say? I miss that feeling of the Yetzer Hara telling me not to do right.
Why?
Because they're gonna want to earn their keep. They're gonna say, I want to fight. But now it comes to me so freely. What's the point of living?
You still live for the same reason.
But one is an earning feeling, one is a giving feeling. Why majority of rich people, their kids? Why majority of rich people, their kids, when their parents give them everything, they're either spoiled brats, and when their parents pass away, they lose all their money? No, because they never earned it. That's not how life is. They never earned it. They never actually went to work for their money. Their parents didn't actually kick them out of the house and say, you want me to feed you? You gotta work for the food on the table.
So how come the rich always stay rich and the poor stay poor?
That's not so
That's
true.
true.
The Gemara says,
People that have been poor.
the Gemara says,
They learn how to rap or
that
they win lottery.
the world, the world is a circle. What comes up must come down. One day you're rich, the next day you'll be poor. One day your family is beautiful, the next day they all look like Maimoons. It's true. I made a test. Majority of rich people are not pretty. 80 to 99% of rich people that have a lot of money, if it wasn't for that money, I don't know why we're going off tangent, but I'm just for the side. People that have a lot of money, usually their family look very ugly. Very. If it wasn't for the fact that they had the money, they wouldn't be able to look even halfway decent.
They have nothing else going for them. Like,
You understand? They look very ugly. But people that have beauty in their face usually are not very wealthy. Usually. Because God, what did He do? He learned. God learned how to balance the world. God learned how. You put that in your mouth. On the camera, I'm gonna break your face. Warning you right now. On the camera. Alright, Benzoy? I'm warning you right now. I'm gonna show a video of it.
Yo, smackhead.
You understand? That's the way God created the world. You can't have the best of both worlds. God said we have to balance out the world. Oh, Rabbi, I look very beautiful. That means I'm going to be poor? I never said that. Relax. First of all, who said you look beautiful? You know what I mean? Who said? Calm down.
Very sex.
Don't state the obvious. Okay, whatever Rabbi said, we have to start. Let's at least let's do the first. The truth is, we can't just start in the case study. If we go in, we have to finish this 12 sheets.
Can we learn the beginning?
Huh? Oh, you want to do the beginning?
Can I hold on to it?
So let's do it. What's easy?
No, we have.
We're not gonna finish at least for another hour and a half.
Why do we start so late?
You guys came late.
My dude.
Yosef, right? Yosef, what time did you come here? See? He came on time. He's ready to go home already. He's tired. You are vibrant and ready because you just started your day. You actually have to say Brachot HaShachar, I think, even.
I don't think you're gonna be tired of learning.
Why, you just got up?
Oh, you're not tired. איזה חכם אתה.
You judge him wrong.
Shh, okay. Chapter 1, whatever everybody said. Let's be a little bit mature. Chapter 1. Chapter 1. What is this? Yoshua, start reading.
Simon has.
No. The first page. Don't turn the page yet. The first page. We're still over here on Rabbi's side. Read it.
Chokhmah,
Okay. Chokhmah. What does Chokhmah mean? Continue.
creative intellect. Symptoms of loss of Chokhmah is loss of inspiration and ability to conceptualize new ideas.
Equals depression. Equals depression. I'll explain to you why. Listen. When a person doesn't want to wake up in the morning, it's because he's lacking the trait of Chokhmah today. Why? Because he feels his life is empty. My life is the same thing over and over and over again. I wake up, I go to work, I see my ugly boss's face, I fight with him every day, I work and make him rich, I come home, I see my parents, I fight with them because they think I'm a no-shoot, and I go to sleep. Of course, all the little details in between the change, but majority of your day is repetitive. So what happens to your life? You become depressed. You become a robot. Having a robotic life is the worst thing you could ever have for yourself. How come a lot of tzaddikim have a robotic life and... Wow, we have a chacham now. Oh, olam haba. Let me teach, unless I'm going to go there and you're going to sit here. How come a lot of Talmidei Chachamim, they have a repetitive life in their life? They have chokhmah. One simple reason.
They're being Torah. That's what
No. They're living their life out of the box, and we are living our life in the box. What does that mean? We live our life in our physical body. The tzaddikim live their life in a spiritual sense. Meaning when they put on their tefillin in the morning, for them it's like they're putting it on for the first time. Rav Ashi in the Gemara, they used to say that he used to start dancing when he used to put on tefillin. Rabbi, you just put on tefillin like 10 hours ago. What are you dancing? I'm putting on tefillin again. Wow! For them it was b'chol yom, she'avo, every day. HaMechadesh b'tuvo b'chol yom. Renew that inspiration. That's what you need to have. And that's why Talmid Chacham can live his life repetitive and eat the same food for 70 years and the same repetitive food and same clothes, black and white, the whole 9 yards. Why? Because he's not really living a physical life. He's living a mental, intellectual life. When he's learning that Gemara, that Sugya, that Torah, he's actually living it. He's right now, he thinks in his brain, he's sitting next to Rav Huna, and Rav Ashi, and Rav Ami, and and all the Amoraim. He's feeling him. But us, when we have to see Mr. Muhammad in the morning, how do we feel? We feel disgusted, no? We feel like, oh, again I have to see this Indus, or this Muslim, this person, this Uzbek, whatever, this Ruski, or whatever the case is. Why? Because we're living inside the box. And that's what the Greeks and the Romans, we're going to finish with this. We're not gonna go inside the booklet. You see how much? Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 words can do. This is what the Romans in Hanukkah didn't understand. Yosef, you know what the Romans in Hanukkah didn't understand? The Greeks, The Greeks, what was their ideology? It was either you were a scholar,
Even nothing.
meaning you were a philosopher,
Oh, you were fighting.
or you used to work in the Olympics. You used to be a bodybuilder. And bodybuilder is not like our days. Naked! Wow! You see every feature. You guys are laughing. They have sculptures until today like this. Naked, the whole body.
one like this.
Everything. The whole 9 yards. They think they're... But they came to Israel, the Greeks, and they didn't understand such a diverse society. One day, or the first hour of the day, you're all devoted your life to God. Suddenly you go to work. In the middle of the day, you devote yourself again to God to pray mincha. And then you learn during the day. You go at home. They're like, it can't be a society when you put two of ideologies for us, which are two different things, and you put them into one. And that's the point of being a Jew. The Jew is to do the exact opposite of reality. How is it possible for you to work as a worker, laborer? Give me a job, any job. Construction worker, right? And think about God the whole time. It's unbelievable. But you know who can do that? A Jew can do that. A Jew can do that. When you go to work and you say L'Shem Yechud Shab Richush Chanteb Tchilu Rahimu Rahimu Tchilu Rechudah Hashem Yud Veld Kei Veld Va Veld Kei, and you say this, and you say, I'm doing this work, and I'm doing this parnasah to support myself and my family. Every second you're at work, you're doing a mitzvah. Every second you take the scissor and you cut the hair, you're doing a mitzvah. Every second you put a brick on top of the cement, you're doing a mitzvah. Every second you're running around to sell the watch, the jewelry, the hustling around, and you're doing it with the laws of the Choshen Mishpat, you're doing a mitzvah. But if you go there like a blood noi, what's up, habibi, what's going on? And in your brain you're like, who can I cheat today? Who's going to be that loch today that I'm going to find, that I'm going to... I'm going to do to him?
How are you supposed to make money if you don't do that?
Ay, 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 ay,
I'll
ay.
put bread on the table, no?
They're stealing?
Not
It's not
stealing.
stealing, it's making a sale. That's considered stealing.
Making more money.
Sorry, the person who's a durak. What are you supposed to do?
Relax, that's...
Imagine if you were in it, you don't have to go take it back.
One time I did like this to an old man, Bukhari man, he thought I was calling him no shoot. I was like, no, I said, wait. He wanted to take my parking spot. I was like this. He was like, oh, he was screaming from the window next to Aaron's Casino Farm. And my wife was just like, you know what, you just called him, huh? No shoot. I was like, I rolled out my story. I said, sorry, Michel. Oh, I said just 1 second. 1
What
second.
did he say? So that means in Italian?
I can't say in Bukhari just means no shoot or something. I don't know.
It does?
In Indian it means you want to eat.
In every country is yum yum, you know?
In America,
On the right
Jews
side.
are gay.
On the right side. The right side. Cheating in business, that means you're in the wrong business. Cheating in business means you're in the wrong business. If you think the only way to make money is not, I'm not saying hustling, you have to hustle, but the only way to make money is to fool people, no, I'm sorry, you're in the wrong business. That's not for you then. And you're right. Want to know something? I know exactly what you're talking about. People in that industry that made it big is because 99.9% of them lied and cheated.
Not that. People that are like they don't feel guilty in business are usually the ones that succeed. Is what I'm trying to say.
I'm saying. I know. I agree. Because the ones that know how to cheat make it, and unfortunately, the ones like some of us here that try to do what's right are like the sheep in a pack of wolves.
That's our test, and then I don't know how about we get our.
But it's let's worry about Olam Hazeh.
You can have Olam Hazeh.
We have to worry about Allah.
No. I'm living for Olam Hazeh. And I tell you why. Hashem created us in this world to bring Him down here in a revealing. We have to reveal to the world that there's Hashem. We're not Muslim. We don't live for physical pleasure. 70 virgins. 70 gay guys are waiting for them. That's what's waiting for them. 70 of them. You want to know why? They're all virgins. You want to know why? You want to know why? I have nothing wrong against Muslims. I just tell you what I was thinking about this yesterday. I was walking home. I'm thinking, I don't know why this hit me in the head. I'm thinking. I was like, their whole religion is just BS. Why? They live their life for more physical pleasure. When you die, right? Are you going up with your body? So what do you care who's waiting for you? You're not going to be able to do anything with them anyways. You have no body. What physical pleasure are you going to get? I mean, what gives you pleasure? Your body gives you pleasure, no? If it's not for your body, what gives you pleasure? You need your body to do a certain act to give you that pleasure, right or wrong? Yes, say it. Say yes. You going up there with that body?
No.
So what do you care who's waiting for you? 70 virgins, 1 virgin. It's not going to make a difference. Because you have no body to do anything with. It's pure common sense. It's pure you have to be oh, you said it right. You have to be an idiot not to understand what I'm telling you right now. You have to be a tupoi. It's just so stupid. It's just dumb. I'm killing myself because I have 70 virgins. You blow yourself up. Yeah, I tell you why you have 70. Because you have 70 parts of your body now. You have a finger there, you have a tongue there, you have an eyeball over there, so you have 70 different parts, so every single one is gonna try to build you up. It's ridiculous. Again, I have nothing against Muslims. I'm just saying you have to know what you believe in. If you believe in a religion, you gotta do khakirot, you gotta look into your religion. Judaism, ask any question, any, there's an answer. But it's only if you have the initial step, which is chokhmah. You need to have chokhmah. What is chokhmah? What is chokhmah? What is chokhmah? I already answered that. What is chokhmah? We're going to go into depth next week, hopefully. Please, 9 o'clock. Better? 9 o'clock is better? 9 o'clock, we're going to do shiur every Tuesday. Well, 9 o'clock is good. If you guys say 9 o'clock is good, 9 o'clock is good.
Yeah, but Rebbe, what about for the girls? I'm saying, what if it's not good for them?
No, I come here for you. I don't come here for the girls. If the girls want to come, they can come. I come here for the boys. You have to learn. You're coming to the Tuesday night shiurs because you want to grow. You personally have to come for yourself. Let's not talk about other people. It's purposely that we did a Tuesday small crowd, the guys that are really motivated, that want to learn. The Thursday night is for everyone. We're going to do shiur klali. I have a very nice speech I want to talk about on Thursday. I'm already preparing it. Hopefully it's going to be big. We're doing, we just opened up an organization. L'Shem. The reason why we're doing this, and I'll tell you why. There are a lot of organizations out there. Without mentioning names. And they try reaching to the youth and the whole 9 yards. But I don't think there's ever enough. I think you need more and more. All of you guys, yeah, you went to their lectures once or twice. You heard here, you heard there. But a connection you never had. And you never will have. And I tell you why. Because a lot of speakers, nothing against them, they're massive Talmidei Chachamim. But they come for one matara. They come to speak and they come to live. The difference between me and this, especially this community, L'Shem, you see, I'm Bukharian. I'm not Ashkenaz. I'm not Persian. I'm not Moroccan. I live you and you live me. That's why you can't fool me. You tell me what happens in your house, I'll tell you I know. I am Bukharian too. That's why we have a connection. Because at the end of the day, I want to help you and I want to help myself. And I want this to go very, very big, not because of myself, not because I have nothing to do with my life. I have plenty of things to do in my life. Plenty. Enough. Die, actually. Sometimes I want to say die, not kill myself. The die in Hebrew means enough. Ad kan. Stop. The point of this, we're doing is to help. One day you're gonna have kids, you're gonna have grandkids. You're gonna want to be able to say, yo, I had one rabbi one time. Yo, I felt comfortable with him. I'm not a regular speaker. Everyone knows my cell phone number. Everyone knows my email. I never understood rabbis that you needed to wait for them for 10 years before they answer your phone call. Yeah, sometimes I don't answer. You hit up an SMS to me, a text message, a WhatsApp, and right away I usually answer. I want to be available for everybody. I don't know all the answers, and everyone knows the truth is the truth, but I don't know. I say, I don't know. That's why we're doing the shurim. This is why we started with this. After we finish this book, at least 55% of this book, at least, because the other part is a bit too complicated, we're going to do Chovot HaLevavot Shar HaBitachon, which after you do Chovot HaLevavot Shar HaBitachon, I promise to you, you will never ever in your life doubt for a second your life, because you're going to be living pure faith. What is pure faith? We learned it in school last year, a very big chunk of it, but I think the public needs to know it. They need to know it's really one-on-one. People are not getting the juice of the Torah. Again, Tuesday night shiur is not to get inspired. Tuesday night shiur is to actually learn. You want to get inspired, you come to Thursday night. You want to get that buzz, that first feeling of you smoking, wow, that's Thursday. But if you already want to start eating that munches and start, moving your mouth and, actually dwelling inside your food, this is the Tuesday night. I'm not telling you to come high. If you come high, you're not going to understand anything.
I understood everything.
On camera. I'm messing with him, so on camera.
Understand? I know he's sober. The other one's not. He is. I know already. Yeah, understand? I'm just letting you know. So, Tuesday night, 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock? Baruch Adonai Leolam. Amen. Amen.